Thank you guys. Thank you very much. Everybody get home safe. Thank you, Byron. Thank you, Pomeroy. You guys, we love you all.
I love the Tramps. Their music, you can't go wrong.
You live in Iowa, you live in a small town. It cuts through the cornfields, you come here and you got Byron.
I bought this place 16 years ago. Told myself I wasn't going to make it into a Grateful Dead shrine, but it got out of hand. It's kind of just evolved to what it is now. I bring in music a couple of times a month. Great music, fantastic music. Not your normal bar cover bands. I actually bring in people that make their own music. Other than that, during the week, the people in Pomeroy drink enough to keep me going.
Yay, Pomeroy! It's a great place, if I might say. If I could just add an endorsement to that, it should be a national monument. You should, when you're driving across from whatever Mount Rushmore, whatever it is, and there's all these little national historic monuments and places like that. This should be on there. Oh, hey kids, we're going to Wall Drug. Fuck Wall Drugs, we're going to Byron's.
Thank you all so much. And this is for you right back at you because you're making us feel that way.
We decided to start it out sitting down. And because some of our songs, most of them are written in a more, in a acoustic kind of sitting down kind of a thing. So we took the songs that lent themselves the most to that, and we did those sitting down, and then another part of our songs, and they're heavier and they're more rock and more in your face and more aggressive, and we decided to do all those standing up because that's our show. I mean, our show is standing up and getting people going, and we're jumping and we're bouncing around and we're just having a good time, smiling and laughing. So that's why this thing is in two parts basically, because it kind of shows the two parts of King of the Trance.
So we know it's early in the night, or the day, or whatever it is. And we aren't going to ask you to get up just yet, but think about it right now. Always telling you, do this, don't do that. First it's, don't eat butter, it's gonna kill you, right? Then it's eat margarine. No, don't eat margarine, because margarine's gonna kill you. So, eat a couple eggs a day. No, don't eat eggs, that's cholesterol, that's gonna kill you too, It's like, red wine, good for it. No, it's not, yes it is. So what do, Figured it out. I'm gonna let you guys in on this deal. You just gotta do what feels good. The rest of it don't matter. Only don't do too much or you go blind. I'll tell you a secret. Whiskey takes away my pain. I'll tell you a secret. Everybody's dying from the day they River Jordan is ready for me. Well, I'm ready for the Galilee shore. River Jordan gonna take me home. I'm ready for the Galilee shore. Everybody's dying from the day they've gone. You guys ready? Let's go. Yeah. Let's go.
cold as shit, and Rich and I went over to Justin's place to warm up real quick, and he had a bottle of Corona.
Yeah.
Fucking took a nice old pull and warmed ourselves up, and that's how it started.
The name of the band, King of the Tramps, came from Tex, K-O-T-T, King of the Tramps, and Tex was in the 30s and 40s, back when you could jump a train and ride and get places and do things like that. During that economic depression, Tex was self-proclaimed King of the Tramps, and he left his mark from coast to coast, literally. And near us, in a town called Carnarvon, there was a place where he had made his mark, and he carved it into this old lumber yard, the side of the building, and it said Tex KT, Tex King of the Tramps. So I pictured him there kind of whiling away an afternoon in the sun and leaving his mark for generations, 80, 90 years later, to find. And I just like the story of that and trying to capture that, the spirit of kind of the wanderlust of freedom that most of us don't enjoy these days. In fact, most people back then didn't enjoy the kind of carefree freedom. And even if the guys in the King of the Tramps, if we have day jobs and we're trying to make this music thing do something special, if nowhere else, at least when we're playing, we have that spirit. And that's what we're trying to do with the people that are listening to our songs and our music, is just kind of share that with them. And for a short time when we're playing, I feel like that people really do share that.
I don't know, they remind me a lot of a band that I saw back in the 70s in Ames called Rural. They're just homegrown Iowa roots rock.
So this one was written about a place, Lauraville, Iowa. Somebody figured we needed to write a song about Lauraville, Iowa. So there was this bet going on in Lauraville, Iowa, and it's on YouTube. So because I saw it, people passed it around. These guys are drinking. They're drinking and it ends up the one guy's got a bad toothache, and they bet him that he can't pull his own tooth out. And check it on YouTube, Google or whatever, Lauraville tooth drunk stupid whatever. Who's seen that video? No, not who was in it. So anyway, it turns out these guys are sitting around the bar drinking in Lauraville at the name. What's the name of the place, Jim? Pugs or Pugs? And guy gets his pliers out of his farmer thing there, and they can't get it out, can't get it, and the other guy's pulling on it. It's like this. Yeah. So anyway, I'll spare you the details and let you watch it on your computer. Well, the eye was just a gleam in your mama's eye when I met her on the 4th of July. Had the fuse hotter than them stand back. Well, I'm not saying what we did was right when we made strong love on a full moon night. I didn't know you were mine until you were 9 years old. God knows it didn't all that. kiss my ass. And we don't mean that to y'all to kiss our asses. Well, candy is dandy, but sex and liquor make a young man old so much quicker. I'm only 35, but I lived 100 years the same. Well, I got another fight at the stock car race. I know every county jailer on a first name basis. I ain't got no job, but I'm looking my honest I am. God knows I did my best, but these small town gossips wouldn't give it a rest. Yeah, blame me for everything from herpes to the Iraq war. Said I'm a loser, said I was low class, so I had one request of them before I pass. Won't you bury me upside down so they can kiss my ass? You know what I'm talking about? That's Adam Ottelhelm on the tambourine. Strongest wrists in the West. Now, just a minute, you guys. I bet you $20 I'm a barroom liar. When you said I couldn't pull out my own teeth with the pliers, well, I gave it a yank and I swallowed the beer and the blood. Well, I'm sure you heard about all the things I did. Well, these legendary antics of an overgrown kid. Well, some of them's true, but most of them ain't very true at all. God knows I did my best, but these small town gossips wouldn't give it a rest. Blame me for everything from herpes to the Iraq war. Said I'm a loser, said I was low class, so I had one request of them before I pass. Won't you bury me upside down so they can kiss my ass? It's your turn right here. Won't you bury me upside down so they can kiss my ass? Thank you, guys. We're debating whether to put that one on our next CD or not, but I think
Hi.
And actually, if you want the penguin reference, we are like penguins because it's all together, we're all in it, let's go.
The idea was to kind of capture the moment, and it'll never be the same. We'll never have that moment again. And man, it was a great time. And even afterwards, we all headed back to Auburn, where we practice and record. And it was a beautiful hot summer night, and we all just kind of hung out and rehashed, what had happened, and just had a good time. And that, to me, that is the essence of King of the Tramps, I think. Have a good time. And like Nigel Tufnell and Spinal Tap said, right? Have a good time all the time. And that's King of the Tramps.
this song's like a brand new baby. Just got it back from the hospital. It's got dirty diapers and everything. Take me where the water runs clear. Got demons in my rearview mirror. Just get me to the church on time. Get me to the church on time. Got an old road map and a rosary stuck in second gear. Saw many places I ain't seen. Just get me to the church on time. Get me to the church on time. Justin. With a Grand Ole Opry on the radio, this tramp is running late. Music soothes a tortured soul. Just get me to the church on time. Get me to the church on time. If I get there, I won't gamble no more. I won't ramble these fields of rhyme. I won't chase those skirts no more. Just get me to the church on time. Get me to the church on time. Break it down. Nothing but fumes in a tank. She don't look pretty, but she'll take you there. Just get me to the church on time. Get me to the church on time. Well, heaven ain't nothing but lights ahead. Hell is lights behind you. Somewhere between is the open road. Just get me to the church on time. Get me to the church on time. Let's hear ya. We're almost there. Late again and we smell like beer. Well, I shine my shoes, slick back my hair. Oh, get me to the church on time. Get me to the church on time. Well, old Grand City, she sure is pretty. You blink and you miss it, just roll right by. Got a river at the bottom, get ready, Betty. Just get me to the church on time. Get me to the church on time. Break it down. Picking up speed, no time to kill. Right by the cemetery, one more hill. They were dead when they got there and they dead still. Get me to the church on time. Well, the preacher saw me coming and he locked the door. You can't come in here, boy. Absolution ain't your solution. We can't save your kind. 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 Break it down. Thank you guys. Wow. The fifth time we played that.
King of the Tramps, huh? Somebody told me to dress trampy tonight.
Oh, I just love everything. On camera side. Byron's. What can you say about Byron's? This is the only place like this on the whole planet. You got tie-dye everywhere. You got the King of the Tramps and Todd, King of the Tramps.
do that to y'all so early in the night. We're used to doing that late at night.
My favorite song for that we did that night, probably "Wicked Mountain," because at the time it was very new. It was brand new. It was I would say weeks, maybe months old. Not too many. No, weeks old, maybe a month old. And it was still developing, and we played a little different now. But there's something about a new song that's kind of like a new girlfriend kind of thing or something. You know, it's kind of all fresh and new, and everybody was clapping along with it, and I could see people hitting their beer bottles on the table, and they kept clapping all the way through the whole thing. And then just cheering, and I could just see that they were really loving it. And it's going to be on our next album, and that's what I'm excited to get that one recorded. But that night, that was captured the essence of Wicked Mountain, which is really kind of a modern rock meets blues rock, traditional rock, kind of an anthem thing. So.
Thank you.
Sounds good. Climbing to the top of the wicked mountain, locks and chains on my feet, locks and chains on my feet. So many steps that I cannot count them, climbing to the sky on the stairs so steep, climbing to the sky on the stairs so steep. Cold wind blowing across that mountain, my feet are frozen and my breath is numb. Feet is frozen and my breath is numb. Y'all some good clappers. Say at the top there's a golden fountain. I'm gonna drink that water like wine. I'm gonna drink that water like wine. We still got some diehard clappers. Hell yeah. Don't you gotta stop and drink a beer once in a while, lady? I got to the top and there weren't no fountain, just water below, rising high. Water below, rising high. Water below, rising high. Rising, 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 back where we started. Coming to the top of the wicked mountain, locks and chains on my feet, locks and chains on my feet. You guys, thank you. That was all you guys. When we play that one at home, it's kind of acoustified, you know, and real mellow.
What the Flowers are about is we did a video called Good People, and the Good People video was about a true story about some friends that had, let's say, had a I call it a public relations stunt gone bad with the law enforcement, because the local constabulary were under scrutiny. They're being accused of hiding drug dealers and whatnot. So they decided to make a big drug bust, and these friends were not a big drug bust, but they were a bust, and it made the headlines of this small town newspaper. And the ridiculousness of it all, the fact that these police officers staged this thing just to kind of get the public scrutiny off of them for some guys that were just sitting in a house smoking a little marijuana, was so ironic that I wrote the song Good People. And in the video Good People, there was a hero, and he was walking through a sunflower field, and the flowers were represented the good, and then there were forces of evil also. So it was a basic thing, you know, good versus evil.
It signifies a lot of stuff. I mean, it's just really trying to bring the beauty of nature into an inside setting, you know? It's something that's innocent, and it's a natural thing, and it's kind of counterbalances some of the injustice that's out there, that we're just trying to bring with a good, hearty, trained welcome.
Well, if you see me by rainbow's end, call me friend. And if you see me by the roadside, don't pass by. Is a fool's paradise. Well, if you hear me calling your name, won't you do the same? And if you hear me crying in the night, won't you shine your light? 'Cause it's all too hard to hold. And I wouldn't trade this life for any old fool's gold. Don't think twice. It's a fool's paradise. Thank you guys. We got time for a few more here. Making us feel so good.
Love Byron's. Good music, beer, people.
And so Byron's is a wonderful place. It's a place that I've been going to for many years. It's about from where the King of the Tramps practices in Auburn, Iowa. Byron's is about 30 minutes, and usually you get there quicker than when you come back. It takes a little longer to get back from Byron's. And Byron is a dedicated, passionate about music individual who has taken his own blood and sweat equity and money and just made this thing work over the course of 10 or so years by bringing in not your run-of-the-mill average bands, but for this area, but bands that have distinctive styles and original materials and the same passion for music that he has. And there's a crowd of regulars in Byron's, and then there is occasional Byron goers, and then once in a while they kind of meld together, and in Byron's everything is cool. Everybody has a good time.
Sexier than hell in a Versace gown. Well, one day you love her, the next you're a fool. Banding at the altar and left for a two. You never said that you love me. How can I be anything if you want 7 free, babe? Here I am, my mercy suit, begging you to love me. Cut me loose, tie my shoes for the carnival ride. Yeah, babe, let's get on, stay on all day long. We'll say goodbye. Going in circles like a NASCAR race. Well, how deeply does it go? It's a long curvy river with a never-ending flow, but a dam and a river can't stay a friend. Water don't stop, but damn never bends. Damn it, I love you, but I hate you more. Dragging me around and begging for more. Here I am, my mercy suit, begging you to love me. Cut me loose, shine my shoes for the carnival ride. Yeah, babe, let's get on, stay on and on. Goodbye, bye, bye. Thank you for making us feel so good. And thank you, Byron. So if you're really feeling funky, this is the time to let your funk thing out. Do you guys ever have one of those deals? And I don't mean to get all philosophical on you tonight or even get all preachy or whatever. But do you ever have one of those things, a relationship, let's call it, or let's just call it a mutual understanding? Seems more politically correct, right? So, one of those deals anyway where she's always saying all like, or it could be he, don't get me wrong, it could be he. So he's like, come on, come on, come on, come on, and then she's like, no, no, or he is like, no, 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 no. Come on, come on, come on, come on. And it's like, no, 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 no. It's like push me, pull me, spin me around. It's like, make up your mind. Who knows what I'm talking about with that stuff? Yeah.
So I'm not that old and I'm not that wise, but I figured a couple things out in my days on this earth. A thing worth doing is worth doing well. That's a good one, right? If you love this person, if you really love them and they're saying no, no, yes, yes, no, no, just keep on coming. Just keep going. Because eventually they're going to say, yeah. And it's going to work out. Trust me, love makes the world go round. And you can take that to the bank. So now I got a question for you, but it's kind of a different subject now. I will digress here. And this is, how funky are y'all? Are you feeling that funk? You're on the bar stool. If you're on a bar stool, get off the bar stool. If you're on a bar stool, if you're not on a bar stool, stand on a bar stool. Because there's a real type of thing going down, getting down. There's a whole lot of rhythm going down. You know what I mean? We got a real type of thing going down, getting down. There's a whole lot of rhythm going down. If you know it, let's sing it. We got a real type of thing going down, getting down. There's a whole lot of rhythm going down. I hear ya. Got a real type of thing going down, getting down. There's a whole lot of rhythm going down. Here's the payoff. Oh, we got the funk. We got the funk. We got the funk. We got the funk. We got it. We got the funk. Can you feel it? We got the funk. Got the funk. We got the funk. 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 Well, her heart ain't a mine, she'll rob a man blind. She's an angel and a devil if you the right kind. Well, I wear her heart on my sleeve, rip it out and let it bleed. Well, Mary, Mary, Quack and Prairie, he's the one that'll never marry. The one always doing without. I'm a loner on the corner, never doing without. Here I am, in a mercy suit, begging you to love me, but cut me loose. Tie my shoes, for the car will ride you, babe. Let's get on, stay on and on. We'll say goodbye, bye, bye. We'll be right back, you guys. Thank you so much. Everybody stick around. We're gonna kick some ass in a little bit. We'll be right back. Thank you, guys.
Dude, Byron, it's like an oasis in the middle of a music desert. Like,
brother, I was born a tramp. There's no other lifestyle for this guy.
The tearing down part?
Yeah.
It's the crappiest part.
Don't like this part?
Nah, it's not the funnest part.
But it's fun when we play.
It is. That's the best part of it.
Do you think we should do a huddle after the show and stop doing the huddle before?
No, I don't really. You guys are all sweaty. I don't want to touch it.
I think we should do a group shot after the show, though.
That might be dangerous, though.
Yeah. You know, we leave it all here, you know, so there isn't much left to huddle with.
How cool would it be to have roadies?
Goes without saying. Yes.
That'd be awesome.
Justin is my roadie, actually.
So the guys in the band, Man, where do I start with that? I'm so lucky to have these guys that I get to play with and have a great time with. Every single show is a great time, and those guys will also echo that. We have a blast, and I think that's part of what makes people feel like, when they see the band is having a good time, and they can see bullshit. They can see if you're faking it. If you're not having a good time, the crowd's going to know, and it's going to be not as good of an experience for everybody. And we just we gel pretty good, and the way we came about. Justin and I knew Justin because I did some recording work for a band that he was in, and came to know him that way. And it was kind of a metal band, and he expressed an interest for going in another direction. I was between my former band Sal Magundi and who knows what, and so Justin and I started jamming together, and then eventually Adam came on board playing keyboard, and Adam has been in quite a few bands in the area, and also went to school at McNally Smith up in St. Paul, Minnesota for music production. And he brought his brother Ryan along, who basically learned to play the drums in King of the Tramps, which is awesome because he is such a natural and he approaches it with such an unusual style. And he was a bass player previously in a lot of bands, so the drums are a new thing for him. And then ironically, the same night that Adam showed up, Rich showed up, and he was somebody that I had I'd met at a house concert in Coon Rapids. And Rich has this infectious, positive vibe, and also kind of an unjaded approach to the instrument that is refreshing. But I think you hear it all the time. The sum is greater than the parts, and that's what it is with the King of the Tramps. And I think people really like what we're doing, and that makes us feel good. And then it has this kind of quantum multiplicative effect. Quantum multiplicative?
So if the spirit moves, good people, let it move. There's a lot of good people being treated unfair by a bunch of little oojus who just don't care. They don't care about the reason or the moral law. Nothing seems to matter what the popo saw. Why can't we all just get along? Why can't we all just get along?
That proves it. You guys are good people.